This week on the show, we are talking Sixers and actually talking with the Sixers. I sit down first with rookie guard Jared McCain, and unfortunately, Jared came down with an injury. He suffered a nasty fall in the Sixers preseason game on Wednesday night. This interview was done before that injury occurred, but we're all hoping that it is all good this season for Jared McCain. Certainly has a bright future ahead of him. We also talk with Sixers center Andre Drummond. He's back, and he's going to play a key role as Joel Embiid's backup. He's going to start for him quite a bit this year as well. So great to sit down with both of those guys. This is a Gallen of Questions. I'm Pat Gallen. Let's go over to Camden and talk with the Philadelphia 76ers. Here with the 16th overall pick in the 2024 draft from Duke University, Jared McCain. Jared, good to meet you, my friend. So what's it been like for you since draft day? Like, has it been a whirlwind? Have you gotten a chance to take a breath? And
it's been pretty hectic,
yeah.
I can't lie. I mean, straight from draft, you summer league, you go to a training. We were in LA with a lot of the team, and now I'm back in Philly trying to get moved into my spot, but I can't complain. It's my dream, so I'm just going through it, trying to be present, but also just going through it and taking day by day.
What do you think of Philadelphia so far?
Love it. Great vibes. Great vibes. I'm in Philly, so can't complain, man.
I'm sure, as you know, we are a very passionate sports town, basketball, football. Like, you've heard all that.
For sure.
You know the deal.
Yeah, I went to.
Are you sensing that like
Eagles
around
game?
town?
Yeah, for sure. It's especially if it's game day. Like, I see jerseys are everywhere.
Yep.
Everybody's ready for the game. It's locked in.
You went to an Eagles game?
Went to the first Eagles game and then went to a Phillies game.
What'd you think?
It was amazing. It was funny. I was sitting right behind home plate, and there's people behind me just chirping at the other team and the umpire for sure. But it was a classic Philly experience, I think.
You threw out first pitch?
Yes. Yep.
Were you nervous about that?
For sure.
Yeah?
Definitely.
More nervous to throw out a first pitch than like
a game? Yeah, for sure. I wanted to make sure it got to the plate and didn't bounce or didn't go over
for
here.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've seen some bad ones.
You are someone who has just like such a positive vibe about you. Is that natural? Has it always been that way?
Pretty much. Credit my parents. I think I just get it from them.
Yeah.
Just like a bubbly, positive personality. And then over time, I've gotten to know myself, and the meditation has helped me be grounded. And I think that's just made myself enjoy life even more.
Sure.
And so I think I just try and live life with gratitude, enjoy each and every day.
That's interesting. We're seeing that more and more with athletes we all talk about the physical side of things and making sure your body holds up, but also the mental aspect, I think, over the last 5 or 10 years has really taken off. Definitely. How did you get into that?
My trainer, Shea Frazee in California, he put me onto a book called The Inner Game of Tennis, and it kind of just talks about the mental side of sports from a tennis perspective. And that's kind of what got me. He put me on a meditation. I do yoga a lot.
Sure.
So I think that's kind of the start of everything. And then I got into journaling. I journal every morning. I do visualization every day. And all of it, I think, kind of just helps me become a better person and a better basketball player. And I think being a better person makes me a better basketball player.
Sure.
So I think I just started with that, and now I'm just taking care of my mental health each and every day, and it's very important to me each and every day.
How long do you sit down for when you meditate?
Usually
an hour?
I've done an hour, but that's usually not in the schedule. I usually do like a 10 to 20 minute one.
Okay.
I take time in the morning to just phone off and just have the time to myself. So.
What are you expecting from yourself for your rookie season? Obviously, there's high aspirations and expectations with this team, but how about individually?
I was talking about this with my family the other day. Like going into college, a lot of freshmen do play, and that's kind of not what you should expect, but being a 5-star, you kind of want to play for sure.
Yeah.
And now being a rookie, I'm on a championship contending team. I think I gotta just bring it down and just be present where I'm at. And this season, I'm just trying to learn my role, learn my opportunity, where to get on the floor, and obviously just get better. But I get to learn from obviously some of the best players in the NBA, so I'm just grateful for that.
So, as I said, you're someone that's always smiling, the positive vibes. Do you have a stone face? Is that in there somewhere?
I think so. I think you can see it sometimes on the court. I think in some games, but I do smile a lot on the court too. Whenever I make a shot, I just get happy.
Why not?
Of course, right?
Why not?
But it's just cool seeing. I'll just look around. When I'm playing a game, I just look around at the crowd, the fans, and it just brings me joy.
Soak it all in.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What was it like playing at Duke Cameron Indoor?
It was insane. Every single game, it was just packed.
Yeah.
And it was just passionate fan base here.
Yeah.
So it was a great time. Before every game, I would just kind of look around and I would just talk to myself and be like, man, this is insane.
This is happening.
This is crazy.
That's amazing. My show is called A Gallen of Questions. My last name is Gallen.
Okay.
So I've got a gallon can that has some questions in it.
All right, bet.
Should we go in and try to see what we can come up with?
Let's do it.
All right, let's shake them up a little bit. We'll see what we can answer here. You want to grab the first one?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's shake them up a little bit and see what we can come up with here. Let's see how many we can get to before they tell me it's time to go.
Okay. How many people have asked you to make a TikTok with them? This is a question that gets asked. If I'm outside, like in public, pretty much every time I'm outside.
Are you thinking like hundreds, or are you thinking like
ever in my life?
Yeah.
It's got probably in the thousands.
Like daily?
Yeah, it's
Daily?
pretty daily. Yeah, TikTok's usually the harder ones because it takes time to set up the phone. Like I can do photos, I'll never say no to a photo, but TikTok's a little harder.
That is, yeah.
But I
understand that. Best piece of advice you've been given by a fellow NBA player so far?
Probably Maxey. Before Summer League, I just hit him up just for some advice for being an NBA player for Summer League. He just said try to have fun with it and be yourself. And I think that's very consistent with the NBA players I've talked to, and I think that really resonates with me because that's all I've ever tried to do. So it kind of gave me more confidence that they're doubling down on what I really believe.
Do you feel like you guys have a similar demeanor? Because he seems to be the kind of guy that's got
positive just being around
energy.
him. I just love his great vibes.
Sticking together here. Is it two?
Favorite dish to cook? No, I never cook.
Never?
I can make a mean cereal.
That sounds right.
I can make breakfast. I make some eggs, some eggs and some toast and bacon maybe.
But now that you're here in the city, are you going to be on your own having to cook a meal in the morning?
Probably not. My mom and dad are out here.
All right,
so
cool.
they're going to be able to help me cook some home-cooked meals.
All right, that works good. Don't want to burn the place down that you just bought.
Yeah.
Start, bench, cut. Sneakers, boots, sandals.
Okay.
Because you're a fashion guy.
Ooh.
So what's your start?
Boots are a staple. Okay, sneakers got to be start. You got to start sneakers.
Okay. Because it works with everything.
Yeah. Now sandals and boots.
Sound like you're leaning boots there.
I am, but sandals, I'm a basketball player. You got to wear sandals.
That's true.
I got to go sandals. Even though I love boots, I got to go sandals.
Boots are cut.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. So sticking together. Do you have a question for me?
Oh. Any advice for a rookie coming into Philly? Any good food spots?
Wow, good food spots.
Anything you think I should try out?
You said you just were moving into Old City, right?
Yes.
So you're right by Zahav. Have you heard of Zahav?
Is that it's hard to get into,
It's hard to get into.
I think I have.
But if you're in Old City, then you're right near there.
Okay.
It's walkable. It's the best restaurant in the city. You a sushi guy?
Love sushi.
Royal Izakaya on 2nd Street.
I bet.
It's a great question. All right, nice.
Beautiful,
Thanks.
beautiful.
Glad I could play tour guide here.
Exactly, I need that.
You're
into self-care. What is on your self-care checklist?
You mentioned the meditation already. Yeah.
Meditation. A journal is probably number one.
Okay.
I think everyone should have a journal to just keep their thoughts on.
How hard is it though to keep doing that every single day? Do you find it easy?
It's pretty easy. I mean, once you I know it takes me really, it takes me 13 minutes exactly to finish my journaling and everything.
I like that.
So I just kind of set my alarm and then 13 minutes below. But I usually give myself 30.
Okay.
Just to keep it simple. So it's not that hard. Obviously, you miss a few days here and there, but pretty consistent with it.
All right. I like that. How about nap before a game? Are you a napper?
For sure.
All right.
Yeah.
How many more? A couple more? Coolest thing you've seen in Philly so far?
Ooh.
So you've done a first pitch. You've seen an Eagles game. That's pretty
I feel
good.
like those two are top of the list. I think throwing out a first pitch, seeing the crowd at the Eagles game. I was on the field, so it was crazy just looking up and seeing all the seats filled. Yeah.
All right, that's
those
it.
Two.
All right, I think we got a couple more.
There we go. Favorite book? Oh, In a Game of Tennis.
There you go. Sure. You mentioned it already. Sure. What's your Wawa order? Do you have one locked in yet?
I don't have one locked in. I'm still trying things out. My friend, me and my friend went. He got a hoagie.
Yeah,
a hoagie. Wait, a hoagie is a sub?
A hoagie is a sub. We call it a hoagie.
Okay.
But that's good.
Yeah.
You're ahead of the game.
A hoagie. You got obviously cheese, chilies, and that was good.
Yeah.
I think something else. All right. But yeah.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, work in progress. Yeah, we'll keep going
time.
there. Yeah.
All right, there's two more. Who is in your all-time starting five? Do you know that? Like
all-time starting five.
Like
Okay, Curry's my one.
Okay.
Man, Kobe's my two.
Kobe's your two?
LeBron's or
I mean, you can play them both if you want.
Yeah,
LeBron can play power
I want to
forward.
put KD in there as well. Joel's my five.
All right, smart.
And we'll go Jordan, LeBron. Jordan at three, LeBron at four.
Okay, sounds good. Are you tired of talking about your nails? You get asked that question a lot. Are you tired of talking about it?
It's not too. I mean, it's something I do. I kind of knew coming into doing it. It's something that a lot of males don't do.
Sure.
So I understand why people talk about it. So it's not. I don't get it. I'm not.
You're good with it?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
You sound like you're a relaxed guy. You're ready to rock for the season, Jared. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. All right, here with Sixers center Andre Drummond. Dre, good to see you again.
Of course.
Glad to see you're back, and I know you're happy to be back in Philly. What's it like so far?
It's been amazing. Coming back here, I've been staying here since after my birthday, so I've been here for a little while now, just getting acclimated back to the city again.
Yeah.
Finding a place to live, finding my new restaurant and things I need to do while I'm here. But I'm most importantly happy to be back on this court.
Yeah, feels nice.
Yeah.
Does it feel like home to you?
Yeah, it definitely feels like home. Just walking through this facility and seeing familiar faces and just everybody being excited to see me again. It's an amazing feeling.
So you come back to a team that has some pretty significant expectations on it. You're going to play a key role as well. What's it like? What's the vibe around here right now, knowing that's where it is, like championship-esque?
I knew we were serious. Well, I always knew that guys are serious. I knew things were going to be a lot different this time around when I walked into the gym mid-August and everybody was here.
Interesting.
I haven't seen that in a really long time. Like, even Joe was here. I mean, he just finished playing the Olympics, and to see him in the gym, even if he wasn't working out, but to see his face in his gym and having our young guys see our star player in the gym grinding, in mid-August, having Paul George be on the court with us, working out. Tyrese Maxey coming back to work out. It just shows that our leadership here is very strong. So I'm very excited for us to start.
There are a lot of teams around the NBA that would die to have Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Paul George. I mean, the talent here is undeniable.
Right.
But if you don't bring it all together, then it doesn't matter.
Seems like a waste.
Right? Yeah, it seemed like a waste. So that kind of falls on, obviously, the players, but Nick Nurse, who's a hell of a coach. What makes him such a great coach, and why is he the guy that can kind of make this all work?
I think the best thing about Nick that I've noticed so far, he doesn't have to say too much. He gives you what you need, and you have to work around that. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all basketball players. We're not robots. Sure. We got to play off the feel of the game. So he'll give us a structure. He'll give us an idea of what he wants to see, and the rest is up to us. So it's really not on him entirely. I mean, obviously he has to give us the right scheme to be great. Right. But in terms of like the physical aspect of the game, it's on us to be what we need to be.
Is that rare in the NBA to have a coach that's as open in that?
I mean, a lot of coaches are it's not rare, but I've never played for a coach like that before. I've had a lot of hands-on coaches in my time. Sure. So to see a guy like Nick just, all right, this is what you're doing today, figure it out from there. Right. So it's kind of cool to just have that creativity of our own to make what works for our roster work. Year 13, is that right? It is. Is that crazy when you say it out loud like that? Yeah, it's insane, man. Doing 13 of these, it's crazy. Not too many people get the luxury of being a part of an NBA franchise for that long and doing media days for this many times. Excuse me. It's surreal. Yeah. It's surreal. It feels like the first one every time. Really? Like walking through here, I'm like, damn. First day of school kind of vibes? I just said that in my last interview. It feels like the first day of school. So with the championship expectations, like it's going to be Joel, it's going to be the big three, so to speak. But there are such great talent, like coming off the bench. The depth here, I think, is what I'm getting at. Right. How rare is that, too, in the NBA to have such a deep pool of players? It's not too often you see a team have a super strong starting lineup and also have another. Have reserves that are also starters in this league coming off the bench, which is insane. You don't see that too often in the NBA. So for us to have the roster that we have and have the reinforcements we have coming off the bench, it's a no-brainer why success shouldn't fall for us. For sure.
My show's called A Gallen of Questions, so my last name's Gallen, so I bring a can of questions everywhere I go. I appreciate you saying that. So in there is just random questions. We want to pick them out and see if we can answer a few. Jump in there.
That's a cool last name. That's a cool. All right, how many times did you lead the NBA in rebounding?
You remember that? 4 times.
Yeah.
Do you remember the highest average?
16, I think it was like 15 something.
That is correct. 16 on the dot. 16 on the dot. What do you put on a Philly cheesesteak?
Mine's just pretty basic. I just have the cheese. I may put onions if I'm feeling, good.
Yeah.
But just,
you try to catch up anything else?
Nah,
nothing else on there?
Keep it simple.
I like that. Keep it simple.
I don't want to take away from the experience.
I like that. Philly will be happy to hear you say that. All right, let's do start, bench, cut.
All right.
The accessories edition. You got a scarf, a hat, or jewelry. So you got start one, bench one, cut one.
We'll bench the scarf.
Bench the scarf?
Bench the scarf.
All right.
Actually, I lied. We'll bench the jewelry.
Okay.
Start the hat and
cut the scarf?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Scarf is just too...
I don't wear scarves.
You know scarf?
I'm not a scarf guy.
Not a scarf
guy.
guy.
Not my thing.
All right. Jump in there.
All right, let's see. What we got here? In the Gallen of Questions, former or current teammate who you would be most likely to help you change a flat tire. Jesus Christ, nobody on this team. maybe Jack, maybe Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson was probably the only guy I could think that would do something of that sort. I mean, I could change the tire too, but definitely Reggie Jackson.
I'm looking around.
Not too many guys.
Is that a good omen? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see Paul George being on the side of the street, cranking up a car,
Probably
trying to change a flat.
Maybe Gordon? I only looked at him because he's one of the older guys, so he might know how to do that.
You know how to change a flat tire? You know how to change a flat tire?
No. What's one thing you never travel without?
My toothbrush. I feel like I brush my teeth 1,000 times a day.
That's a good one. You want to do it? Yeah, I'll let you
let me get in here. Let's see. We have, what is your process to get in the zone for a game? My process is pretty simple. Once I come to the arena, I'm pretty much there. So I just watch film that's on the TV screen. I'll get stretched about an hour and a half before the game. I get ready to shoot around 60 on the clock. I'll come back, meditate before the team meeting, and it's time for the game. I
was talking to Jared McCain. He said he meditates too, 10, 20, 30 minutes a day. Is that something you've had in your bag for a while?
I started doing it maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I felt that just the chaotic ways of the NBA can really, drain you sometimes.
Sure.
So you got to find that pocket of time to just be still.
Sure. I like that. And I agree with you. Favorite cheat meal?
Favorite cheat meal, Wingstop.
Oh, nice. It's a good choice.
Wingstop for sure.
Oh, you get this is your game.
No, it's our game. All right.
A couple more in there.
After your done playing career, you hope to do. I mean, I know this. I've known this since I was like 14. When I'm done playing basketball, I am going to be an actor. My goal is to be as big as The Rock.
Oh, I like that.
That's why I want to emulate myself after, because he did a really good job of transitioning from the WWE to being one of the biggest stars ever in acting. And I don't see why I can't do it too.
I agree with that. You were in an episode of Blippi.
I was. It's my guy,
How did
Steve.
that happen?
Shout out to Steve. Huh?
How did that happen?
Okay, so
I'm watching one day with my son.
Right.
And there's Andre Drummond on Blippi. Out of nowhere. Where'd that come from?
It's insane. So my kids absolutely love Blippi. And there was an episode that they like to watch. It was the Excavator.
Yeah.
Excavator. Yeah,
Yes.
I've watched that. I can sing the song with my eyes closed.
Yes, my son still sings that song.
Yeah,
I'm an excavator. Hey, dirt, see you later.
So I've watched that episode 1,000 times. So one day, I told my son, I said, hey, man, I don't want to watch this today.
Yeah.
He said, why not? I said, I'm tired of watching it. Like, I can't do this anymore. He said, well, why don't you do it? I said, you know what? You're absolutely right. I called my agent the next morning. I said, get me on Blippi.
And that's it.
And that was
That's
it.
how it happened. I love it. I love it. It's a great show.
Shout out to Isaiah.
You're one of the best rebounders ever. Most difficult person to bang with for a rebound in your career?
Nikola Pekovic. I'm not sure a lot of guys know who that is. He used to play for the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Godfather. He is easily the strongest person I've played against my entire life. Him, Steven Adams for sure.
Steven Adams.
He's definitely another guy. I say Nikola Pekovic because I should show you I'm still having nightmares of him because he hasn't played in almost 10 years.
Yeah.
So,
you were a young buck and he was banging with you down there. Last one. What accomplishment are you most proud of in your NBA career?
The accomplishment I'm most proud of would have to be bringing my team to the playoffs for the first time since 2004. We won 16. I mean, obviously we got swept by Cleveland that year. That's the year that they won.
Yeah.
But that was definitely one of the biggest accomplishments for me. And then winning the rookie-sophomore MVP was another accomplishment of mine too. That one was kind of special because I went down to New Orleans with a chip on my shoulder because I felt that year I should have won. I should have gotten to the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And I told my mom on the way down, I said, I'm not coming back without the MVP. So,
you made it happen.
Yeah, I went down there, had 30 and 25, and I got the Rising Stars Challenge MVP.
Do we add NBA title this year?
That is the plan.
That's the plan.
That is the plan.
Andre Drummond, thanks for playing,
man.
my friend.
Appreciate
Good to see you. Yeah.